there's some episodes that like resonate for some reason. Like one of our episodes, like recent things, got over 100.
Oh shit! Maybe we should have dissed that platform. Real quick, speaking about new platforms, real quick, have you all heard about the newest thing with Clubhouse?
Wait, that's still a thing?
So Clubhouse, it came out today. Clubhouse, I'm kind of glad we didn't end up bothering using it.
Yeah.
They've been recording your conversations, storing it, and then they've been selling the conversations to like advertisers and shit.
See, that is the most fucked up.
Like,
right.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's really bad.
I think what we have to do, because obviously, like as a platform or as a bunch of people that like to talk. I don't know if you guys realize that about us. We like to talk. We should just wait until there's that inevitable, like, the Chinese government or the government or somebody's hacking whatever or has access to, like, some platform. Because that phase will happen, and then it will go away. There'll be some kind of legislation or law, whatever comes in, and then everyone loves that platform. So once we get to that phase, then we can use it. But we can't be early adopters.
Yeah, never be an early adopter.
It's not safe.
Well, but then again, that's like the best opportunity to grow your audience, though, isn't it?
Nope.
No? Oh,
Nope.
Okay. Well.
No, it really is. But
Oh, it is? I'm like, I'm like, that's nice. We could come in late and still grow an audience? Oh, amazing.
Trina, did you notice anything different?
Hold on. Let me make you guys full screen again.
Why aren't we full screen to start?
He has to look at the outline.
Don't you have an iPad? Put it off to the side.
Let's see. What's different? I don't really notice anything.
Go fuck yourself.
Also, weren't you supposed to keep your mustache?
Thank you.
There was an accident with the razor. The guard broke, and then it went right up.
So are you still going to try and grow one for Friday?
I will. It'll
Okay.
be like a weird little scuttle
It'll
thing.
be a little wispy thing.
It'll look like
Yeah.
poop or something.
Yeah. We'll have three stages. Like you'll have like a creepy one. I'll have a medium one, and Juno will have like a fully grown stash.
one?
Yeah. And then Michael
An adult
will,
stash.
An adult yeah, there you go, an adult stash. And then Learman
Has the real one?
has the real like woodcutter stash. You know, like woodsman. Woodsman. There we go. Woodcutter.
Woodcutter. Woodsman.
Woodcutter.
I can draw.
Comment here from Zahara, not Sarah. She says, "I can draw you one, Ravi. I'm pretty good with an eyebrow pencil."
I mean, I'd be okay with it drawn on. I actually thought about because like when I like came down and was like, "Hey, Lauren, what's up?" She looked at me like with horror in her eyes.
Yeah.
Like I like killed someone essentially. And I was actually thinking, I was like, well, fuck,
You
do
look
I
like a baby
get
face.
some makeup and just
Yeah.
fake a beard right now? Like, fuck.
So our producer pointed out you might have a two-tone thing going.
Two-tone tan thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is maybe
I
why
didn't
you
think
look a
that
little
went all the
strange.
way through, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know, you go somewhere sunny and you get tanned.
Yeah. I like your shirt.
You should have shaved
Thank
first.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I probably should have done that.
That's all right.
Anyway, Mr. Producer, Michael, are we good to start recording?
Oh wait, it says on the ATEM there's only 43 minutes left.
Yeah, we want to
alerted
test
him.
I want to test something out.
We're gonna run an experiment.
Ooh.
Nothing can go wrong.
Everything did. Actually, for a second, I was like, how the fuck is Arjuna able to see the ATEM? I was like, is there another camera here?
Wait, actually, how is he able to see?
So with the ATEM,
I see the producer's view.
it's it's pumping in what Learman sees as his webcam feedback, so he can see both you and I at the same time. What's in program, as opposed to us doing
shit.
that like rinky-dink webcam.
Yeah.
It's because I'm using
it's a lot better.
a splitter.
Oh, that's cool.
We've always had the ability to do it. I was just lazy until today. I was like, oh,
Wow. All right. Well, hey,
some
Today.
I'm not. That's
10-eyed.
cool, I guess.
all right. Anyway,
Wait, so June's gonna backseat produce.
basically.
You better not say
I've heard that
shit.
term way too many times.
Yeah. So June, you know better then.
Arjuna, stay in your lane. Oh, by the way, speaking of producers, Arjuna, remind me to tell you something when we're off the air and we're done. You're gonna
I
laugh
think
your
you
ass
should
off.
do it on the air.
No, I really can't. But let me tell you why I can't do certain things on air as well. A bunch of funny things have happened in the last couple hours. So
Wait, do I know about this?
no,
Oh, this will be
I
fun.
meant to tell you both because it's actually pretty interesting.
Okay.
Anywho,
Look at that tease.
we're recording there, Mr. Producer.
Now recording.
Now recording.
All right, here we go. Who are you guys? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 137 of Was It Good? Today we're talking Attack on Titan along with some Star Wars, Marvel, and DC news. I'm Ravi. I'm here with my brothers Christian and Arjuna. Over in the producer's chair, we've got Mr. Michael. So without further ado, why are cheese curds so good? And specifically,
Actually, I don't think
fried.
they're that good.
Really?
Well, Juna, clearly your taste buds are defective. So I apologize
I'd
for
rather
that.
have like cheese. I'd rather have cheese fries or mozzarella sticks over cheese curds.
Those
Why?
are both great and wonderful options, but
Cheese curds are
incredible.
delicious.
They are incredible. Maybe, Juna, you've been microwaving them instead of air frying them like you should.
Yeah, do you not have an air fryer?
No, we do. We
You
have an
do?
air fryer.
Since when?
So then get some cheese curds.
Yeah, get some cheese curds, put them in there, 400 degrees, 10 minutes, 3-minute cool down, pop them in your mouth. Oh, God, it's delicious.
I-
How
and
many
Arjuna,
cheese
the key-
curds have you guys been eating?
We finished 2 boxes.
I tried them. I got my own box for the first time ever over the weekend, and I had half a box, and I could have had the whole box, but I restrained myself. And then Ravi found it today and finished it.
Yes.
So
Krishna, I have a question. This is a serious question.
yeah,
Your Krishna weekend. Was it just you eating cheese curds?
for one of the days, yes. I was always sitting on the couch, watching Warrior, which our producer, Mr. Michael, got me into.
Is that the Netflix show?
It's HBO Max,
HBO Max?
2 seasons. It's
Nice.
based on the writings of Bruce Lee.
Wow.
Really good martial arts TV show. I'm about 4 episodes in. Can't stop watching. But yeah, I was watching that and eating half a box of cheese.
And then you had DJ lessons at some point too, right?
DJ lessons.
Or I think we also refer them to as milkshake or milk.
Oh yeah, that was yeah. I sorry, you asked me. I did experiment. I did experiment with some milk. But that was earlier. That was last week.
Gotcha.
That was the beginning of the weekend.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you had a good weekend then.
It was action packed.
You got so obviously you had WandaVision on Friday,
Yes,
and then obviously on Sunday you had Attack on Titan,
Yep.
season 4, episode 12.
Yeah.
Can't remember the name of the episode, and I wish somebody put it in the outline.
That's okay. You keep talking. I'll look it up.
Anyway, an amazing episode. The character that we all have grown to love, hate, get annoyed at, has finally done that thing we all kind of thought was going to happen, which was act like a complete and utter asshole.
Wait, he hasn't been doing that the whole time?
I mean, he's been doing his own thing and acting like a dick, but he's reached new levels of being a complete and utter dickhead.
Okay. Yeah.
Murdering the head of Paradise's military.
Well, we should clarify that wasn't exactly him, right? That was
Right. The Jaegerists.
Flock, the Jaegerists.
Yeah,
as
the
they call them.
Jaegerists.
That's what
and
the Aaron
they
Yeager
informed-
stands.
Right. They informed him when he broke free that that's what they did. But he obviously didn't show much remorse at all.
Right.
I actually have a fun theoretical to ask you guys a little bit later.
But let's go back real quick. He is become this leader to these people, right? Even if he didn't pull the trigger per se, he is still encouraged, whether it's directly saying go and do violence in my name, he is still encouraged and
Correct.
push these. So I still see him as, the bad guy. I mean, what is
doubt.
good, what is bad anymore in this show? I'm beginning to get very confused. I don't know who to root for anymore.
You have to root for Armin to die.
Well, he's had his chance, and he just won't.
He just won't stay
won't
dead.
happen, yeah. In fact, weird things are happening with Armin. He's finally hit puberty.
Yeah, he tried touching Annie's boob through the glass.
what do you mean?
So
Her
when you're
boob?
looking, when he's like reaching out to touch her or whatever, touch the glass, his hands like where her boob is.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Like it
That's
was
where you get the memories.
Yeah. And also, remember,
At least that was his explanation. That was his explanation.
God damn. Yeah, I know. But he's like, they show him blushing, right? So clearly he
clearly he was up to something.
What a perv. Armin
Yeah.
would be a perv.
Also, so the character that was watching over Annie, I believe her name was Hitch, right?
Yes.
We've seen her before, right?
Right, she's from the earlier seasons when they kind of showed that unit with Annie.
Yep.
And then there was that other guy who actually met Flock when they all got crushed.
Right.
And that was their kind of connection.
Yeah, she had a crush on the guy who died, right? But,
I don't think it was a crush. I think it's implied.
Yeah. She liked him, I I think.
Something of that
Yeah,
nature.
I totally forgot that was her. Damn. That's
So
cool.
obviously-
I like them bringing back these characters from earlier seasons. It's like a circle.
Yeah, see what they're up to.
Yeah, so you can kill them.
Yeah, I guess.
Speaking of killing, Yelena, Christian's favorite character.
My favorite character, yeah.
Because you can do the face. Christian, show us the face that you do.
Christian's
There you
crush.
Beautiful face right there.
I don't think it was that at all.
Clearly, she's up to something. She at the end of the episode, or basically at the end of the episode, it is, Hanji is asking the question like, why is she so interested in placing certain individuals where they're at? We know there's been this kind of build up to that restaurant.
Yep.
We also we see two of our new characters at the very, very end. What do we think is going to happen there? I know, Christian, you theorized there's going to be some alcohol poisoning potentially, or wine poisoning.
Yeah, it's weird because there was that quick. It was near the end of the episode with Niccolo about to hand a bottle of wine. In a very
Suspect.
suspect
Sus.
manner.
Sus.
Sus. Thank you, as the
Sus.
kids say now.
Yeah.
Very sus. Handing a bottle to that waiter to serve to the military, right? Some heads of the military or at least some of them were very anti Marleyan, and then also anti Krista getting pregnant, because that's what they were complaining about. But it seems to me her motivation seems to be, and it's even said, I think, by some characters, it must be to reunite the Jaeger brothers and then have them just enact their plan, which is, to enact the rumbling and secure Eldir's future as an empire. And they use the word empire now quite a few times, at least these Jaegerists. They're like, Eldian Empire, and Eren Yeager is going to lead us. I do believe that Yelena is definitely under the influence of Zeke. So whether that's actually Zeke's plan or Zeke is, playing the Eldians or the Jaegerists to make them weaker that way, because basically, if Yelena's plan was to divide Paradise Island, she's done it, right? We've got now two camps. We've got Jaegerists and we've got the regular Eldians.
Well, I don't know if we have true two camps in the sense of like American Civil War, essentially, like the North versus the South.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the new commander in chief, Prax, Pixies,
yeah,
basically said, we're gonna have to bite our tongues on this because we don't want more bloodshed.
Right.
So I think what we're gonna see is, I think they are, the military is gonna kind of have to roll over a little bit because, as Eren said to Hanji was, I can escape anytime, I can do all these crazy things. You're always gonna save me because of the power that I have.
Yeah.
So I think the Paradise military has pretty much little to no power, no control, no nothing. The people themselves have risen up against the military. Remember, after there's the bombing, the people are screaming, to give their hearts and everything to Eren.
Yep.
So they've kind of lost control. I don't feel like I said, I don't think it's this side versus this side. I think the military's already kind of lost,
and
unless they want to just turn everything upside down.
And the only trump card they had, which they were discussing in this episode, and we're going to get into this right now, I assume, is that they were picking a new Attack Titan person, somebody to eat Eren and take those powers. That seemed to be what the premiere was implying, or that's what Armin and Mikasa sort of gathered from his demeanor. And well, he went kaboom. He's gone now.
He kind of flew out in a fiery ball out the window.
He was like,
half of him did.
Half
of him
Yeah,
did.
that's true.
Yeah, that's right.
So to back up real quick, I do have a theory on the whole liquid thing.
The wine.
And this just kind of popped into my head when you guys were talking about it. Like, what else do we know in Attack on Titan that is a liquid?
Oh, Titan fluid.
Serum.
Titan fluid.
Yeah.
So are they giving Titan fluid to people? So, and why would they do that, right? To make more Titans. And who can activate Titan fluid in individuals? That's currently sitting in a forest right now. Zeke.
Yeah.
So
Right.
so potentially what they're planning to do, if we're putting the dots
Well,
together,
wait,
is,
back up. Zeke
he can remember. So and
Zeke
they
doesn't.
illustrate that-
Yeah, Zeke doesn't need. So because remember, when you take the Titan fluid, or he gets injected, or you consume it, you automatically turn into a Titan. Zeke's power as the Beast Titan can turn anyone, or I guess Eldians, into Titans. Because remember, in was it season 3 when they're trying to retake everything and he's got that barrier, he lights them up, the random people from the village or wherever, as Titans.
Yeah.
With his car. And then remember at the beginning of season 4 when they're carpet bombing the city, he has all those people. I think you, as soon as you get that Titan fluid,
though.
Say again?
I thought they were injected.
But when you get the injection, you turn into a Titan immediately.
I do like that idea, though. What if they've come up with a new serum, like a delayed one? Or they've got the serum and they've got the power within them, or not the power, the curse, I guess. And it's something that the founding Titan can activate, you know? So when you put Eren and Zeke together and he's in contact, he'll be able to activate everyone who's been drinking. Because think about it. Why would Yelena put all those people in restaurants?
There's two different abilities. The founding Titan allows, whoever can touch a person of royal blood to control
the Titans.
To physically control Titans. Dance like a monkey, make me.
That's why when you put Eren and Zeke together, because Zeke is...
Well, you don't need the Titan fluid, though. Like, Zeke can just turn you into a Titan without the fluid.
Oh, see, that's interesting.
Yeah. I think she's put all these Marleyan people and all this wine. I think it's just going to be a flat-out...
Poison.
They're just going to murder a lot of the military.
Yeah.
Like, remove even more, have more chaos. And then, I don't know. I mean, the other thing, too, there was, like, the hatred for the Marleyans is also kind of weird. Because Hanji said that she worked really, really hard to get the Marleyans, like, good jobs and placed in certain areas. So I'm not entirely sure what the plan is for her with them and whatnot.
Yep.
Well, we also saw at the end of the... Sorry, we also saw at the end of the episode that our other side, the Marleyans, the Marley Titans, have infiltrated.
Yeah,
you saw the Card Titan peak, already there. She's already on Paradise Island, which makes me question their security.
Yeah,
like how did you just so easily kind of stroll in and like I'm just gonna infiltrate everybody.
They're the warriors. They have training.
They do have like, I mean, I would assume they have like infiltration training or experience and all that.
Yeah, I mean, if we think about our early episodes of the season, like Gabby and Falco and all of them, they at least with Gabby, she's trained up to do like a bunch of different things, right? So it makes sense that they gave them all kinds of training, like survival training, infiltration, probably assassination, being a Titan.
I wonder what they're going to do, like this Marleyan Titan group. Like, they're clearly on the island. They're, witnessing a coup or whatever. Like, are they just going to poke the bear a little bit here and there to get things a little bit more crazy? Or do you think they're just strictly going to go grab the two trainees and then just bolt?
You would think there'll probably be a split, right? So, what are there, 4 of them, I believe? Is it 4, 3?
I think it's
there's
4.
Reiner, there's the cart, there's the jaw. Is that it?
Well, there's also the trainee who's going to take on and get the Beast Titan power.
That's right.
Which is Falco's brother, older brother.
Right. Yeah. Porco?
So he's not a Titan yet.
Something like
Paco? Pokemon?
Paco.
It's Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yeah. So
Potato.
So I if I had to guess, it's going to come right down the middle. I think Falco, the Jaw Titan, and probably maybe Peak are going to be like, let's get them and get the hell out of here. And Ryan's going to be like, there's an opportunity here to take down this whole thing, and he's going to be like, let's do that.
Unless they all team up against Eren.
Yeah,
I think they're going to have to. I think it's going to be everyone versus the Jaeger brothers, because they have the ultimate power needed to cause whatever this rumbling. And granted, a lot of characters have said now a few times this rumbling is a myth, right? They don't actually physically know what it is.
Yeah.
There's no record. There's no like tapings of if you do
That's
this,
why they
this, and
want to do an
this.
experiment.
They want to test it out, and show the world that they have this power.
Do you guys think? Because now I think there's 2 episodes in a row that they've shown Annie. That's got to be setting up some kind of Reiner Annie reunion, right? Where he comes across her, maybe tries to save her.
I don't know if
Wake
it's
her back up?
I don't know if it's gonna be Reiner. I think it's gonna be something with
Armin.
Armin. I mean, they've put a lot of attention to like Armin clearly spending a lot of his free time like a creeper hanging out with her.
Yeah.
But
But by the way, did anyone notice that Hitch said that he's not the only one?
yeah.
At least one other person has been doing the same thing, like hanging out with Annie and talking to her. So I thought that was an important line. I thought, like, who would that be?
Oh, it's a good catch.
Well, I took that as Hitch being the one.
No, so she says, oh man, I can't remember exactly how the line went, but I thought it was weird because she was like, well, it can't just be me and you being the only ones talking to her.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It was a line that
Something like that
implied that it was at least one other person's doing it. And I just wonder who that is.
Do we think it's maybe Yelena and some of the those who have kind of converted? I forget their exact
volunteers.
The volunteers.
name. The volunteers.
I would say no. Probably,
Yeah,
right?
because this like Annie's a government secret, if you will.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't.
Yeah, but the volunteers have also proven that they've been able to go behind the backs
true as well.
of
That's true as well.
Paradise Island,
And
right?
what if-
Yelena was able to meet with Eren, and there's clearly some plans in motion. That there's apparently hundred, and then you have another faction within the military, these Jaegerists, hundreds of them apparently.
What if
able to
Hitch is
plot this whole plan.
what if Hitch is a Jaegerist and like let?
I wouldn't be
know.
surprised if we've seen a couple of different characters that are like, Eren stands, Jaegerist.
infiltrated.
Yeah.
because they even say it. I think near the end of the episode. It's like,
Yeah,
and that, not to
There's still
mention all
more.
the
There could
Jaegerists.
still be more.
yeah.
I wonder if any of our major characters could be a Jaegerist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
No,
any of our main characters.
my money's on Jean.
You think Gene?
I think Jean's a Jaegerist.
Sure.
It wouldn't make any sense because he's hated him from the beginning, but I think Jean. This show has shown people like totally flip flop, go crazy, question everything, and change on a dime. So
What about Levi?
being a Jaegerist?
Yeah. What if? Do you think? Because
That'd be insane.
the way I think there's two things here.
Yeah.
Levi's a Jaegerist and has been part of this big plan. Potentially Hanji, I think, is maybe also a Jaegerist, and everything that we've seen has been for show and dance because they truly believe in this plan. Or the show is going to have the most insane battle between the Attack Titan Eren and Levi ends up getting eaten or just like mangled or destroyed in such a grotesque, gruesome way that'll be the #1 trending thing that day whenever that happens. Probably the episode will be ruined for me because, well, Twitter.
Well, what about Pixies? Commander Pixies being a Jaegerist, because if they killed the premier, they knew Pixies would be the next guy in charge of the military. So then if they had somebody that was also pulling that side.
Who there was a character that called out Pixies and was like, "You have to lead us." Was that Mikasa or was that Armin?
It was Armin.
Armin.
So then maybe Armin's also a Jaegerist too.
Or was it?
I think
It
you might
was,
be
I
right.
believe it was Armin.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's the one who says you have to lead us, but he asked him, "You're the leader now. What should we do?"
Yeah.
So I just don't remember if it was him being like, "You've got to lead us." But Pixies has been there since season 1, right? Like he's the bald commander.
Yeah,
from-
he backed
He's that guy. He's the same guy, right?
Aaron.
He's, right.
or
He's in
Arwen.
charge of the Rose people. I always
Yeah.
forget their unit's name. The Wall Protectors.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like they're the internal police.
No. See, that's the military police. They're different.
Yeah. So then
That's the
Pixies
MPs.
is
The MPs are different. The Rose people are the ones who protect the walls.
Yeah.
And are there by the gates. And then you have the scouts,
Who go beyond
which
the wall.
go
Go
beyond the
beyond,
walls
right.
and die.
Used to. Now they still die.
Yeah.
So we've got 4 episodes left.
Ooh boy.
Wait, seriously? There's no way. There's no way.
4 episodes left.
the
I just like, some other news that broke earlier today. The One Division director saying that you're going to be severely disappointed by the season finale,
It's
whatever.
possible.
I believe that.
Oh no! Don't.
I
do it.
think that it's 4 episodes and that's it. I don't think there's a movie. I don't think there's a split season. I think it's 4 and then we're done.
So here's why I don't think it is. Unless they're ending the anime before the manga ends, right? The manga is set to end with chapter 139. According to the internet, we are on chapter like 114 So there's still 25 chapters of manga.
Yeah, but they've
Not
sped through some
stuff
things and like
or-
knocked some things out. So
That's true, but I just don't think they're gonna speed through the last 25 chapters. Like it seems like there's at least one more climax in
What-
there.
what if they-
I think
what-
it's a mid-season.
what
It's
if
a
they do
mid-season
though?
break.
Like, how upset would you be?
That'd be wild. It would be
That
wild.
would be crazy.
I just
It-
kind of
it
want to
has
see.
to-
I want to see it happen because I'm kind of curious. Like, I would want to see you take probably one of the most interesting, unique animes out there, and then you just kind of cram it all in 4 episodes.
Game of Thrones it?
You Game of Thrones it. I'm just kind of curious to see what the backlash would be. I like chaos. What can I say?
It would be intense. I think
Yeah, it would be a very unsatisfactory
unsatisfactory.
ending.
Well, I mean, what do you guys think of like this whole Aaron Breaking Bad thing? Like, I feel like some people don't like it because it not that it feels like completely out of left field, but it also feels like it was rushed a little bit because a lot of the like we've talked about on the podcast, like there's a lot of the groundwork happened in between season 3 and 4.
Yeah.
We haven't necessarily seen all of it, and it just seems rushed. But it's also, this anime is a very faithful adaptation of the manga, so it's not like the showrunners have changed the show. It's following the manga. Like the manga did do the time jump of 4 years and kind of do the flashback thing or whatever. So
I think the reason that you would do that is that whatever's going to happen next, like in the next 4 episodes, and then hopefully the half season that comes after the 10-year break that we're about to have, it's important for us not to know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like in order to tell the story that we're getting now and then the next few episodes, it's important that we don't know exactly what triggered him because those things will be revealed as Aaron either breaks bad or reveals his true intention.
I was thinking about this
Or both.
recently. Like, I think the other thing that kind of compounds where it just feels like, to a degree, you're almost watching like 2 different shows from like season 3, season 4 is also the studio's different.
Yeah.
Right? The studio's different. How
Yeah,
the
the
characters
animation.
look is different regards to the aging. This, to me, everything that we have seen so far, I feel that this show has become a lot darker and grittier. But that's also, in fact, due to just the animation style.
It's the style.
The
Because
style has definitely changed.
on
It
an
makes it
already
feel
dark show.
Yeah.
It feels different, right?
Yeah.
Like if you watch seasons 1, 2, and 3, like even how certain situation things are presented, it's different.
Yeah.
Those seasons feel. I know it's gonna sound fucking hilarious, but they feel brighter.
Because it is.
Because
the color in those is there's
Right,
the greens pop.
but it
everything
feels
pops.
like it feels happier in a weird, fucked up way. Even though people are being eaten and destroyed, but this just feels nitty gritty.
You know what it is? Is that the first 3 seasons, our main character Aaron, and then we really see those 3 seasons through him. He's living. He's an idealist. He's like, with
has hope.
with my willpower and our strength, we can overcome anything, right? And that is like the tone that is set from season 1 all the way through season 3. Sure, he has moments where he feels like giving up, but at those moments, his friends are there to pull him out and be like, no, we can do this. Our strength and our willpower is there. Season 4 feels completely different because our main character isn't that person at all, right?
He also just doesn't. We don't get a lot of time with him talking.
He's a secretive.
Yeah.
He's a secretive SOB. Like we just don't know. Like in season 1, 2, 3, super clear. His intentions are clear. He's almost like the typical anime protagonist.
Yep.
Season 4, completely different. Like secretive, and we don't know what he's trying to do.
Like
where do you guys put this season right now? Like, having said all of that with the kind of the color palette change and like the difference of the protagonist. Obviously, we still have 4 episodes left, but if we're 75% way through this season, where does it rank?
If we're 75% through and there's truly 4 episodes left, I would say that this is probably, for me, is season 3. I still consider probably the best. Then I would do 2. Then I would do 4. Then I would do 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
You put season 1 last. Interesting.
Yeah, I think I would, because honestly, 1, 2, and 3 are so seamless to me that I have a hard time
Differentiating.
like remembering where season 1 ends and season 2 begins. To me, it's 2 different seasons. There's really 2 seasons. Seasons 1 through 3 is 1 season, and this is season 2. That's how I look at it.
That's kind of a cool way to look at it,
Yeah,
actually.
because honestly, I can't think of where the breaks are between those first 3 seasons. I'm like, it just runs together so well. It's seamless between them, and this one's jarring, but I think that's a good thing. But it really depends on how it ends, as well. So I'm not ready to make that call yet.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Because depending on how these next 4 episodes go, I mean, it could be so good.
It could also be so bad. It could be like, I mean, real quick, a show that wrapped up in this last final season, The Clone Wars.
Yeah.
A third of that final season was hot dog shit. So
Yes.
it's
To
possible.
be granted, that arc was terrible.
That's
was
still
just a bad
the worst
idea.
thing I've ever seen.
If you take that arc out, it's probably the greatest season.
Oh, it's the
of
best. It's the best.
animated
Yeah.
television maybe ever.
Here's the thing, though, with that arc, real quick, and just so everyone's, we're talking the Clone Wars, we're talking the final season, we're specifically talking the arc where Ahsoka meets these 2 sisters on Coruscant, and then ends up basically running into
Death Watch?
Death Watch. And
That arc would be so much better if it was
it's 2 episodes or an episode,
Yeah.
because you need it for the
Literally.
setup,
You're right.
but
Yeah.
beyond that, you don't need anything else.
Yeah.
Anyway, I
You digress.
digress as always. Arjuna was
Wait, hold on.
Oh, yeah. Don't you have that theory you want to give us?
Yeah, I have a theoretical I want to throw out to you, but I also want to get something that Christian texted us earlier in the week.
Oh, you
his
wanna say
theory
it, huh?
about the episode title
Yeah.
from season 1, episode 1.
Yeah.
Let's start with that.
Okay. Well, so again, this is something I found on the old TikToks. I subscribe to a lot of the entertainment / anime community on there, so they're dropping hot theories like every day. It's just like theories on theories on theories. It's ridiculous. Yeah, and exactly every time I see a theory, that's what I do. I cheer. I'm like, yeah, and then I text Ravi and Arjuna. I didn't put it in the one with Michael, actually. I don't know if you guys noticed that, because I was like, I don't want to. This show's already been so ruined for him that I don't want to ruin it even more. But it's about to get ruined right now anyway, so I don't know. I should have just
Get to the theory.
All right, so the theory goes like this. Season 1, episode 1 of Attack on Titan starts in the actual title. Starts with "To You in 2,000 years," and then it's like the Fall of Shiganshina Part 1, something like that. So I think the first time you see that title, most folks are thinking, "Oh, so this is a show that's supposed to take place like 2,000 years before present day. Whether it's our present day or their present day, doesn't really matter." As we've gone on in the show, we have noticed that certain Titans, specifically the Founding Titan, is able to communicate across time and space, or at least leave impressions of images and entire memories from Titan user to other Titan users. So the Attack Titan Eren could theoretically communicate or pick up the memories of other people who have also had that Titan power, right? So the theory goes like this. What if To You in 2,000 years is Eren communicating with a future version of the Attack Titan in 2,000 years, and this whole show are the memories that he's imparting to that future Attack Titan? I was like, that's a pretty cool theory. And then they went in, the actual TikTok video also pulled in a few visual and auditory things from like episode 1, the opening shot of episode 1, season 1, and then episode 1 of season 2. There's a weird ringing sound. And he seems to think that might be an important sound in terms of communicating the memories. Because I believe the first shot of the episode of season 1 is like a scream and then a guy screaming and a bunch of blood, like exploding blood.
All right.
So yeah,
I want to make one amendment to this theory. I think it's Armin, because Armin is, correct me if I'm wrong, but Armin is the narrator in that first episode, in the first few episodes when they have that type of narration. So I think it's revealing to us that the show will end with Armin eating Eren and then imparting and that's the way the peace will come, and then he is coordinating with the person 2,000 years in the future.
If that's the case, like if it is truly 2,000 years in the future, then I'm going to go back to my original theory, which is that this thing is just a repeat. It's just history repeating itself. So if Armin or Aaron or whoever is leaving a message 2,000 years in the future, that means that they fucked up and people are still putting down people and there's still these horrific demonic creatures, which is less depressing.
Yeah.
And that's when you're going to get the spin-off show Attack on Titan 2.
No, it's going to be Attack on Titan 3000.
Wait, what?
Usually they'll throw 2,000 or 3,000, show the future.
Okay.
So
fair enough.
Attack on
Can you
Titan
imagine
3000.
Attack on Titan with flying cars and just
Well, I would assume
Star Wars-esque sci-fi, in space.
Right, but then the Titans would have to also go through a technological upgrade to keep them above
The technology of
the
the
technology of the world, right?
Right.
Because
That's true.
I mean, what would be really cool is if the Titans, they have these giant Titans, but then they put armor suits on them like Gundams.
That would be
world.
incredible.
God! So there's a little guy inside of a Titan, and the Titan's inside of a bigger
Gundam, yeah.
mechanical. It seems inefficient. I will say that.
A planet killer.
It's going to be called Attack on Titan 3000 Gundam.
Oh God! Who would win in a fight? The Wing Gundam, Gold Wing Gundam, or the Attack Titan?
The Gundam, it's metal and lasers and missiles and bullets.
Yeah, but the
Freaking laser
Titans,
sword, man! It could just chop.
It could chop his head off, hit the neck,
And then
gone.
they-
What
Pretty
about the Attack Titan with all the powers?
Doesn't
Well,
matter.
we don't know what it is. but
It's
What about
lasers.
hardening, and then he can also summon a whole army of Titans to overwhelm the Gundam. What next?
It just has to nuke.
Good point.
nuke. What do you mean nuke?
Like the Wing Gundam has missiles and lasers. Just one good shot, kaboom, right through the neck.
Nah.
Also, we don't know if the hardening power can deflect lasers or bullets.
Yeah, why not?
We need a fighting game that's Attack on Titan versus Gundam to answer
Yes,
this
it'll
question.
be in the new Super Smash Brothers from Nintendo.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
Why?
Because Nintendo, I don't think either of those properties are tied to Nintendo at all.
I mean,
Yeah, but they've used non-Nintendo
Yeah.
properties before.
Like
They
what?
use Metal Gear Solid, which is a Sony property.
Yeah, but that's a
it's
video
actually-
game property, not an anime property.
I think
I
they
think
can.
what-
They can do whatever they want.
No, they can't. They got to buy
so-
the rights or pay for the rights.
So real quick, my last theoretical was when the premiere blows up, we know Armin and Mikasa are there. They actually get pretty lucky and don't get caught in the explosion. But if they had and they died right there, do we think that would have and let's say Aaron finds out, would that have deterred him? Would that have changed his course, or do we think he's so far gone in terms of how he is that he wouldn't have even cared?
I think he's too far gone.
I think it would probably just drive him to do whatever it is he thinks he's doing harder. He'd be like, "Oh God, my friends have been sacrificed. I'm going to do my plan even harder now." So
I'm going to do it twice as hard.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try twice as, and we would see in that moment a glimpse of the old Aaron, where he's like, "I'm going to kill them all."
No, so if that happened when he goes up the hill, and that's that cool glory shot of him throwing the jacket on.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
yeah.
a lot of people were comparing first how he looks in the manga,
Yeah.
then comparing the initial trailer for the whole Attack on Titan series,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then the final product. And the biggest complaint was how jarring his the angle of his body is when the jacket is being thrown. Everyone's like, that's not natural because I guess it's twisted and curved. I don't know. It was a whole Reddit.
It's an anime.
It's a whole Reddit thing.
Then they turn into Titans.
Yeah, I know. I know. People watching a show about people becoming bigger people and eating smaller
Yeah.
people, and the issue
I'm looking
they
for
have
realism when
is-
I watch the
is the
show.
angle of their body when they put on a jacket.
Yep.
Get the fuck out
But anyway,
of here.
so
Reddit.
what would happen is he would have turned into the Attack on Titan, just eating everybody. Just eating all of his Jaegerists.
all of his.
Do you think they get hungry? Do you think they need to eat after they've eaten people, or do you think that fills them up?
I think it fills them
no,
up.
they have to eat because
Wait, what?
remember, I think it was season 2 when they're practicing Aaron's Attack Titan. Everyone kept saying, "You need to eat. You need to eat. Your strength has
Right.
been depleted."
But do you think they get strength when they actually eat people too? as
I don't
Titans?
think so because remember the body's connected in the neck, and then the
Right.
Titan when they're eating, it just goes into a belly that is then dissolves once the human disconnects. So
That's
unless
true.
there's some kind of like nutrient like connection when they're
I mean, they are
Could be.
connected to it. So
yeah.
it's a good question.
It's
You know,
gross.
we should you should look that up for next week.
Why do Titans eat?
Because they're mindless.
Why do they? I mean, why do the mindless Titans eat humans? It's a good question. It's a great question. In fact, it's never been answered to my knowledge.
Actually, I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. They
That's a
eat
good point.
because they're monsters. That's why. Because I forgot. The Eldians are devils.
Okay. Well, there we go. Moving on. That's the answer.
Yeah. The Marlians will say it's because the Eldians are devil people, like the devils.
Yeah.
And that's they almost wiped out the world, centuries ago or whatever, because they have this power or this curse to turn into big people that eat little people. Why do they do it? Because they're devils. They're heathens. They're animals. They deserve to be,
Aren't we?
So, Krishna,
controlled. Yes.
was Attack on Titan season 4, episode 12 that you didn't name
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
good?
It was very good. It was extremely good, and it was more setting up the political stuff, but the political stuff's super important to what's going to happen in terms of the end.
Okay.
My thought totally just died in my brain right there. You just witnessed.
Art.
Art. We'll go with that.
Yeah, we'll go with art.
Arjuna, was this latest episode of Attack on Titan good?
It was good, and your shorter explanation versus Friday's yes explanation was also much improved and good.
That's why I had a brain fart, because I was like, I have to end this now.
So I timed it out. I timed that out, by the way. It's
Yeah.
over 3 minutes. Your explanation of going to yes is a 3-minute discussion of you, a soliloquy.
Are you saying then I should try and beat that time every week?
No.
So next week will be
Absolutely.
4 minutes? Please?
No.
Sure?
No.
Oh.
No.
I tried.
Ravi, was the latest episode of Attack on Titan the one where Armin tries to touch Annie inappropriately good?
Yes, it was good, not for that reason. But it was a good episode. Like Krisha said, I think the political, seeing what's actually happening on Paradise, I think is interesting because you don't want it to be super easy for these people,
Yeah, God, no.
right? And I think we kind of knew it was not going to be easy once Aaron was like, "Oh, you guys came." Ooh. Like clearly, there's been some issues, so it's kind of nice seeing all this back and forth. So, sucks to be those people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh dear. Speaking of things that suck, let's move into Was It News.
Oh, God.
We'll start right off the bat with my favorite subject of all time:
DC.
actors that just don't know when to delete stupid comments off the internet.
Oh.
Specifically, and I'll backtrack to that statement in just a second, but an interesting article from, is it LRM Online?
That's what it
Believe
looks
so.
like. Yeah.
That's what it's called. They believe that Harrison Dula, character first introduced in Star Wars Rebels, may be the headliner or main character for the new Star Wars spin-off series from The Mandalorian, Rangers of the New Republic. Now, originally when this was brought up during the Disney investor call, a lot of us, I think most of us, believe that was the, quote, Cara Dune show. And then in more recent times, the actress who plays Cara Dune, why the fuck can't I remember her name? Gina Carano.
Gina Carano.
Was removed as that character, and Lucasfilm says they were parted ways. So obviously that kind of went out the door, but now we have a new contender possibly with the character of Harrison Dula. The article just kind of goes on to, I don't think there's no mention of who could potentially be playing the character, but we do know that the character herself is alive during that period. Thank goodness. So that'll be kind of interesting, kind of cool. Another alien headlining a show as opposed to a human.
Yeah.
So
Also, real quick.
Yeah, there's-
Go ahead, Juna.
I was going to say there's some interesting details in the article because a lot of these like Mandalorian shows, they're kind of billing them as like if you guys remember the Netflix Defenders like event where each character had their own series and then it was a big event. Well, this was supposed to be one of those shows along with like the Ahsoka show and the Mandalorian and like the Boba Fett season of the like, we're all supposed to culminate in this big Mandalorian event because they all take place around the same time and relatively the same corner of the universe. So it seems like part of the struggle has been like, well, Cara Dune was an obvious connection to that, and now they don't have one. But with like Ahsoka and that Rebels tie, maybe we bring in that. I think the thinking there is bringing in more Rebel characters to culminate in this
Rebels
Mandalorian. Basically, Star Wars Rebels season 5.
Yeah, exactly. Plus the Mandalorian.
Does that mean then we could potentially see Old Man Rex?
Yeah.
Potentially. I mean, that would be interesting.
Also, wasn't Hera pregnant with post-blind Kanan's kid?
She had the kid.
Yeah, by the time Mandalorian rolls around, that kid's going to be probably young,
Force sensitive, right?
Maybe working with Luke.
Probably 8 years old. I'm just saying. That's I feel like that's some implications there.
So by the time we see the after credit scene in like Rebels, the kid's like 3 or 4.
Oh.
So then the kid would be like 9, 10 maybe.
Yeah.
So perfect age to be shipped off to
party up with Grogu.
To go hang out with Grogu and then eventually be murdered by Ben.
It's gonna be Hera's kid, Grogu, and Kylo Ren all hanging out. Ben Solo, I'm sorry.
We're the three best friends.
Oh man, I'd love to see that. I'd love to see it. We're the 3 best.
Yeah, it'll be a Disney kids show.
Yeah, you just cut to
very dark show.
Oh, wait, can someone please? How funny would it be if Grogu grew up to become a Knight of Ren?
That'd be great. That would be awesome.
I'm sure they'll go to Knight of Ren.
And you never see him in the sequel films because he's so
small.
short.
He's so small, yeah, but they're going to go in and put
He
him
evaded being killed by Kylo because he was just too short.
Kylo goes, he's like slaughtering everyone. He's like, yep, got everybody. Don't see anybody here.
I would say this.
And Grogu's just like
a buddy cop, Kylo Ren, Grogu, like teenage Grogu, to fly across the galaxy causing mayhem.
Yeah, and Ben Solo and that's why Ben Solo turns really is because Grogu's a bad influence.
Grogu's the one.
I mean, he showed the dark side tendencies, guys.
Yeah, right. Force choking. Like they run around stealing other kids like food.
Please tell me they plan on doing a Star Wars What If.
I mean, I think it depends on how well the Marvel What If
the Marvel
does.
Because I'd want to see that. I would want to see it.
Some other interesting Star Wars news. Indira Varma, one of the sisters from Game of Thrones.
She was the mother of the Sand sisters. In Game of Thrones.
She is Pedro Pascal, the Mandalorian's lover in Game of Thrones.
That's correct.
Terrible show, by the way. Never watched Game of Thrones.
Bobby, it was 75% good.
60.
It's true.
No, it's actually closer to 80%, but I'm taking off 5% of how bad the last season was.
So Indira, it looks like, may be joining the Kenobi series. There's no reference in terms of what character she may be playing, but what we do know about the Kenobi series is Ian McGregor, who played Kenobi in episodes 1, 2, and 3, is
gonna be
who?
Shimmy Skywalker. She looks not Shimmy. No, never mind. I'm getting my timelines all messed up.
I have a theory. I have a
forget what I said.
Well, real quick before we get to your theory, June. So we do know Hayden Christensen is also revitalizing his role as Darth Vader. Yeah. We also know that Kathleen Kennedy has been saying that this is going to be the rematch of the century. We also know that I don't personally want to see that. But Arjuna, what's your theory in terms of who Indira Varma could be playing?
What do you guys think of Ventress? A live-action version of Ventress.
Wait, isn't she dead?
Yeah. Oops. Yeah. You ruined that one for him.
Wait, I don't know though.
No, I did know that from the book. I haven't read the novel or the.
So she dies. She dies before.
There's nothing saying though that Kenobi isn't going to have flashbacks.
That's true.
Or episodes that take place pre whenever the primary,
What
it 7
about-
years after episode 3?
Yeah,
So
something
whatever.
like that. It's in between. It's all they're
okay.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Star Wars really likes the 7. Everything's 7 years after something.
It's the sign of the devil in Star Wars 777.
They're gonna do a Star Wars Magnificent 7 where they take 7 characters, the most popular characters, and put them all together, and do like an Among Us type of.
They kind of did that in The Mandalorian. There's the episode where Cara Dune and the Mando defend the water village. They kind of did a little bit of that with the town in Tatooine and the Tusken Raiders and the big dragon monster thing.
They're actually going to get like 7 really famous Star Wars characters, like Cad Bane and Thrawn and Darth Maul are all going to somehow.
What happened to Cad Bane? Cad Bane was such a cool character, and then
just disappeared.
I assume he died in a book or a comic.
Probably at this point.
Because he would have been a great candidate to show up in Mandalorian, but he hasn't yet. Or
I mean, he might be too
will.
old though, right? Because he's not like a young guy.
But we don't know how his species ages, do we?
I think they
That's also
age
true.
old.
Oh, so they go old.
They
They're
go
like
old,
elves?
I believe. Yeah.
Hey, but he could show up in Kenobi.
There you
Good.
go. Right. Yeah. Sure.
District 10, the follow-up to District 9, is in the works.
Yay. I don't know, for some reason, District 9 was good, but
District 9 for what? Has anyone actually
District 9
rewatched
is
it
amazing.
recently?
I haven't, but I really want to.
you haven't
It's a
seen
really,
it yet?
it's a really no.
It's so
I
good.
really want to rewatch it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, District
It's
9
a-
was great. For some
it's a
reason, I'm
great-
just
it's a
not
great-
excited for 10. I don't know why. Because
It's
you're
great.
dumb.
It's because
Because I'm dumb.
You heard it here. Christian just said he's dumb.
If you
That was
rewatch
a voice inside of my head.
someone clip that. Someone who's watching us right now
No.
live on Twitch,
If you clip it,
or if you're listening to the podcast, go back to the Twitch stream and clip Christian saying, "I am dumb."
you know what? I'll do it. There, done.
Nice.
Now no one else has to do it.
Did you actually
You
clip
lied.
it?
Yes.
No.
Wait till it. But a District 10, I think, would be kind of cool. I mean, the story from District 9 kind of ends where, this alien race that ended up in South Africa in Johannesburg?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Johannesburg.
Johannesburg, thank you. They end up leaving the planet, and they kind of pissed off a whole bunch of or the humans pissed them off. So it would be kind of interesting to see what a sequel would look like. Main characters might actually be returning according to this article, so that's kind of cool too.
What about Chappie?
I never saw Chappie because the reviews were so bad for it.
was-
I just
it
That's
was.
good too.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was great. Did you ever see Short Circuit?
yes,
Yes.
Yeah, it was like Short Circuit with
but in
better,
Africa,
better made.
but that made sure to. Yeah.
nothing beats Short Circuit. That's a classic. I don't even know what year that
Rewatch
came
it.
at.
Elysium wasn't good either.
Elysium was terrible.
Yeah. That's why
Some
I'm
of
not- I think
some
that's
of
why I'm
Matt
not excited
Damon's
for
worst
10.
acting.
Matt Damon?
Matt Damon here's a hot take. Matt Damon hasn't made a good movie in a long time.
All right, we're moving on because that's too hot. That's too hot. That's too hot.
Is it?
Real quick, actually, perfect segue. Speaking of individuals that don't make good things, J.J. Abrams
Whoa.
is thinking about is potentially making a Superman remake with Superman actually being black. This was actually pitched to the Warner Brothers studio a while ago by Michael B. Jordan. Nothing ever came of that, or maybe this is what came of it. Not entirely sure. But what's interesting, according to this article from WeGotThisCovered.com, John Boyega is potentially in the running to play Superman, which is kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea. I don't like the idea of who the director is. I'm just gonna say that.
Why not?
I don't think JJ would be the director. I think it's his like Bad Robot production company, so he'd be an EP on it. I think
fine.
he is working with Michael B and his production company to also potentially bring this together. So I think they would be involved in some way. It doesn't seem like JJ would direct, but we've heard that one before, and then he just somehow directs.
Hi, everybody. It's me.
I'm doing episode 9.
Oh, boy.
Even
but
though I
think
said
it also-
after episode 7 I would not do another one.
Warner Brothers is still adamant though that Henry Cavill is still also playing Superman. So allegedly he is also potentially getting a Superman movie, and DC is once again moving ahead with multiple incarnations of the same character, like they are doing with Batman.
I mean, I like the Michael Keaton Batman reprising his role. I think that's cool. But beyond that, that's the only thing that's interesting right now.
The Robert Pattinson Batman looks cool.
Oh yeah, we forgot that existed.
Those trailers look.
I like who's playing Commissioner Gordon in that. The main character, or one of the main characters from Westworld. Oh my God,
it's not Jeremy Irons. That's Alfred from. Oh,
Jeffrey Wright. Yes, thank you, Jeffrey Wright.
Yes.
He's basically playing.
All along.
He looks like he's playing his character from Westworld, so that'll be interesting.
Yes,
as Commissioner Gordon, so that's cool.
Where's the commissioner?
So moving over from one studio that does not do comic book movies well to another studio that does comic book movies quite well. Marvel / Sony, the Spider-Man 3 title was revealed after a fun little banter between some of the cast members from the Spider-Man series. Tom Holland dropped in on his Instagram a title, which was what? Phone Home, Spider-Man Phone Home. Then one of his co-actors, how would you say it? Co-star. Yeah. Jacob Batalon had a different title, which was Spider-Man Home Wrecker. And then finally another co-star, Zendaya, dropped in the on the fun and had Spider-Man Home Slice. So
I like Home Slice.
I think Home Slice is
probably the best one.
Yeah.
But the title ended up actually being revealed the next day, and the official title was Spider-Man 3. No, I'm kidding. Spider-Man. Where is it? No Way Home. Thank you.
Yeah. No Way Home.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Nice.
There's a theory running around that this is going to connect to the whole multiverse, Doctor Strange, type of stuff. Do we think this marketing blitz, this little marketing fun that they had, is a way to kind of show that there's this multiverse thing happening, or is this strictly, poking fun at Tom Holland because he's not able to, keep secrets when it comes to Marvel content?
I think it's the latter.
I think it's poking fun at Tom Holland. I think, I kind of wonder, everyone already jumped on the wagon of Spider-Verse is happening, if it's almost like a WandaVision type thing where we've just had so much time to speculate and be like, oh, this person's here and this title means this. If it's it's not going to be any of that, and it's just going to kind of be a standard sequel with this, fun nods. I think if WandaVision has taught us anything, we give these studios sometimes too much credit.
I mean, the biggest one with Marvel and giving them a lot of credit, when we first saw that initial trailer for Captain America Civil War, right? I love the Civil War storyline because it is very it's dark, right? It's very they
kill Captain America in the comic. Yeah.
I mean, it's a bunch of this hardcore kind of stuff, and then what we actually got was not really not what you would expect, right? And again, I think that was another area where I felt let down because we gave the studio too much credit, right? And I think this multiverse thing, the Doctor Strange stuff, the WandaVision theories galore, right, has, to our journalist point, we have given them so much credit. We've gone completely batshit nuts, and we've raised the expectations through the roof. I'll take some advice, Krishna, I think you gave me a couple of years ago when it came to Star Wars and how I felt after seeing Rogue One, which was keep your expectations stupid low and you'll be fine. But speaking of WandaVision, the recent director expects that a lot of people are going to be disappointed by the finale this Friday. That's great. That's just, I mean, hey, if the director's doing it for us, then power to them.
Yeah.
Well, specifically over the fan theories, right? And I think we kind of got that over the last 2 weeks where people expected more out of some of the reveals. Not that they weren't cool or well done, but because there's so much time to kind of speculate and sit on this stuff and make every connection out of everything, I think that director is just tempering our expectations of like, hey, we're not as smart as you think we are.
I mean, I just love the title of the article so much.
If the episode does kind of end, because we talked about this in our last podcast for episode 8 of WandaVision, if the episode does kind of just end where it's, everything's happy-go-lucky, blah, 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 I will be a little bit upset if there's no kind of mention to the devil or Mephisto or any of that stuff, because there's so much imagery that is blatantly there when it comes to, like, that. It would be kind of frustrating. Like, it would be like you're not doing it as a nod to the fans. You're not trying to be, you're basically just trolling us, that's mean. Trolling is mean.
Well, I mean, we do it all the time to, the studios and the actors. So
how do we do it? We don't do anything.
This is how they're getting back at us,
I mean, it would be a very, 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 I'd be very upset.
As you should.
Wow. I'm glad your mic was not live for that comment.
Wait, I didn't hear it. Repeat it.
No, we are not repeating that after the pod. Yes, we can. With that, I think we're going to close it out.
Okay. Well.
We are going to be back this Friday for the supposed finale of WandaVision. I don't know if you all saw that theory. We'll talk about that.
I'm sorry, what?
I'll drop this real quick. There's a theory. So Disney Plus UK Twitter handle dropped a tweet on Friday saying, "Are you excited for the last 2 episodes of WandaVision, episode 8 out now?" The way I looked at that is they're referring, when they say the last 2 episodes, they're referring to episode 8 and 9. People have taken it to be, oh no, there's 10 episodes, and that episode 9's not the last.
Stupid.
Like, yeah. Exactly. But anyway,
that should be a womp womp.
we will be back Friday. We will be back Friday to discuss WandaVision episode 9, supposedly the end. And we'll let you all know if we were disappointed or if our expectations were in check.
You also want to tune in to the live stream because we may or may not be coordinating our outfits based on a funny TikTok video.
And just so you're aware, you can watch the live stream every Monday and Friday on twitch.tv/wasitgood. You can also follow us on Twitter at wasitgood, on Instagram at wasitgoodbtm. We're also on YouTube, and we do have a website, wasitgood.info, newsletter coming shortly. Krishna. Goodbye.
Bye.
We good on the recording?
Made it with like 40-something seconds left.
Wow.
Whoa, yeah, I'm good. And to answer that question, yes, my facial hair will be back by Friday.
It goes that quick.
I mean, there'll be... Actually, maybe not. We'll see.
You went all the way. That's a 0 on your face.
Yeah, I used that razor. Like, I was going to clean shave it.
Like a straight edge?
Yeah, but then I was like, I don't want to have blood all over my face.
When was the last time you were clean shaven on your face?
I'm sure we can look through our pods and find out.
I think it was definitely last year,
Yeah.
but I just don't remember when. Summer? I'm going to guess.
Maybe this summer?
Maybe? Yeah.
I think it was after I dyed my hair blonde. I think I shaved.
Yeah. I think that
was the last time. So I had blonde hair and I had no facial hair.
You were trying to be Quicksilver.
And I also had my nails painted black.
Wow, you were just back in middle school.
It's weird because that was, less than a year ago when, I don't know if the COVID was really bad, but I don't know if like everyone was at the point of like going completely crazy.
Ravi, you dyed your hair.
I mean, that was going to happen.
Blonde.
That was going to happen anyway.
So yes, we were definitely in the middle of going crazy.
Oh, I thought it was an accident. Yes, it was an accident. Shaving today. It wasn't an accident. I did this on purpose.
Why?
So there's a Snapchat filter called No Beard.
Yeah.
And it does a ridiculously good job of like removing your beard and like skin tone matching and everything.
And yet you still shaved.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't get it.
Well, it started out as a joke.
Okay.
Like the other day, I was like, "Hey, Laura, I'm going to shave my face," and then I found the Snapchat filter and sent her a picture to make her believe. And then she was like, "Oh, it's not that bad." And then she came up and saw that I didn't shave my face, and she was like, "Oh, thank goodness, because if you did, you'd look terrible." So then I was like, "You know what? I'm going to try this for real."
Oh man, Arjuna, you know what you should do? You should get Sahara the same way. You should be like,
Do a bald, find a bald filter.
and then have her be like, "Oh, thank God you didn't do that," and then I will shave your head.
Yes, it's perfect.
She's not looking forward to because I don't want to spoil it for our live audience, but there may be a type of facial hair we have on Friday that she is not looking forward to.
Amazing.
Wait, what? Oh, I completely forgot.
You forgot.
I forgot a lot of things.
You forgot potentially the most
classic,
at least the third most important component of the outfits that we will be rocking.
I'll be fine by then.
We're gonna do. Oh man, yeah.
We'll get off air and we can talk about that stuff.
Tune in live to find out what we're talking about.
Yeah, there we go. All right, we're gonna get out of here, but thank you for joining us, and goodbye.
Go eat cheese curds. Cheese curds forever.
Gross.
Are we off air?